It's not. And we're here for seventh inning stretch. We're with you. We got a lot to talk about. MLB season preview. It starts Thursday night. Glad you're with us. Seventh inning stretch. It starts now. We are here. I love it. Now I love it, Josh. The new little intro with him. We got just a
I didn't know how to. That was
just a ha.
That's new for me.
Give me that strike with it. And we're here, folks. One day before the official opening day. We're not talking Cubs Dodgers opening. This is the opening day tomorrow night. We're here with you. Got Logan Stone, Josh Edwards back here with it. We're ready to rock and roll. Give you guys the season preview along the way. Soto MVP. Lindor is hated by the MLB. Maybe, Aaron, maybe we'll get into that as well. Appreciate you tuning in tonight on seventh inning stretch. Gentlemen, a lot to get into, a lot to hit on. We're going to do our hot take of the season, maybe our biggest storyline. We'll give you my MLB trivia. I feel like another tough one for Mr. Logan Stone, so we'll see if I can get him on this one again today as well. Gentlemen, Logan, I'll fire it up. You big opening day guy. You kind of like, you ready for it?
Lately I haven't cared much for it, but it's all fine. It's a holiday. I typically get excited during the second game, third game of the series. It's just, everybody's ready to go. So,
Edwards, you're going to St. Louis tomorrow to the game, right? So you're going that with it. Where are you sitting at?
We are sitting so my buddy got the seats. We are on field levels. We're like 15, 16, 17, right there, rows right off of the wall. And we're right down by the foul pole down first base line.
Sonny Gray has the ball, right? Sonny Gray has the ball.
Unfortunately.
Oh, come on. I took him for my fantasy team. I need a big performance out of Big Sonny.
Dude.
So we'll
not paying any attention in spring training then.
Well, spring training sometimes for me can be
nuts.
So
Don't start with me, Josh.
We're going to do it.
His velo being down bothers me a little bit.
The velo always going down is the big thing. I also took your boy Win. So we got that we'll get into as well as Josh is over there. Going to be a long day for him. We'll see how sober he can be. We'll see how he can do with it along the way there with it. Logan Stone with us. We did the show last week as well. Finish it up with our position draft. Today we're going to do a season preview draft. And what I mean by that is, so basically we'll each get 7 picks. We're going to go in order from Logan Stone to Josh Edwards to myself. We'll go back and forth to it. Let's go Cardinals. Yes, we got Cardinals Network in here. We got St. Louis there with it. We're going to go. So basically how it's going to work is we're going to have 3 categories. You have the MVPs, obviously in both leagues, Cy Youngs, obviously in both leagues, and then the World Series winners. We'll dive more into this as we do the draft. But the idea is out of those 3 categories, basically, which one do you have the most confidence in? And that's why you're going to pick them. So, for example, if Logan decided, hey, let your boy there, Lindor, first pick overall, MVP, Aaron, let's say he had that confidence, he would take him first. Boom, that means I get a chance to get Soto at MVP for him. Or no, I want the Dodgers. I have more confidence in them to win the World Series. So that's what we'll get into. We'll have some fun conversations along the way, given our pick as how the season goes. Obviously, we've done the division, so we know you guys know where we stand there with it. Logan, I thought it was kind of an interesting idea when you brought it up. The World Series winners, the Cy Youngs, the MVPs, a lot on the line. If you had to pick out of those 3 categories, you, sir, as the number 1 pick, what are you taking number 1 as your confidence meter there with it? Like, where obviously that's kind of how I view it. This is a confidence meter draft. So where would you lie? You going MVP first, winner, Cy Young? What do you got?
Yeah, this one, even though I have the first pick, it's still hard for me because I really want this one, but I know that the smart move is this one. And so I think I'm going to go Shohei for MVP again. He's going to pitch, and I mean it's a smart move. I think Vegas has him like plus 150 to win MVP this year.
Yeah, he's right there. When I was looking at it too, he right down the NL, plus 145, which is what I saw a little bit earlier. So he's obviously a heavy favorite, if we say it. Ohtani. What's he got? 3 MVPs right now? Or has he got 4? Has he got 4? I think he's got. So he's right 3. There. Yeah. So
he's got 2. I think
he's on a short list of guys. We won 2, I think, in Anaheim. So he's on a short list of guys that has a chance to get to 5 and that type of stuff. Dodgers bias. Aaron, Dodgers bias. No. Aaron, how fired up are you for the Mets season? Yeah, you keep in that comments. You bring it up as you go along the way there with it. So Ohtani MVP. I have no problem with that. Edwards is the first pick. I feel like that's as great a lock as you can have potentially in Major League Baseball right now. He's literally the Barry Bonds of that era for a little bit now, where he's kind of like you just feel like he's a heavy favorite. Obviously, you saw it even in Tokyo getting on base like crazy, hits the home run. What would be your first pick,
Mr.? Well, I think I'm going to go with Bobby Witt Jr. for AL MVP.
Oh, wow. Really?
Man. He is favored, though. I've seen a lot of where he is favored to win it right now on the betting odds. Logan, you seem surprised.
Plus 300. I just wouldn't have taken that as the first pick for
I think he got – I think it was so close last year. As long as he has a equal season to last year, and I think he has it. I don't think you can I don't think you can deny somebody back-to-back seasons that are that good.
They denied Pujols until Bonds retired.
No, hold on. Josh brings up a good point, Mr. Lewis. Salute. We always appreciate Mr. Lewis here on the show. Spring training's over. Are you sad, Josh? I know you like spring training with it because you live out there in Arizona, but now you have the Diamondbacks with it. He says, unless he's running for Cy Young, Shohei won't get it because of voting fatigue. I don't think this is the NBA like that. I think if in baseball, the stats are just, they are what they are. Like, you can't deny somebody that goes 50-50, right? Or he goes 40-40 again. Soto's going to have a magical door. Or Lindor is going to have a magical year. I mean, Shohei, I don't know if I could agree with that one. What do you
say? Shohei goes 40-40 with 15 wins and 150 Ks.
It's automatic. It's not even close. It's automatic, right?
I mean,
thank you, Josh.
I mean, Bond still won like every other year. It seemed like back to back most years.
He won 7 times.
Yeah,
7 times he won.
He won 4 years in a row between 2001 and 2005. So I don't think there's voter fatigue in baseball as much. And plus, he's like their bread and butter right now. He's probably the only player in baseball that everyone knows his name. Like in the world, non-baseball fans know who Shohei Ohtani is.
It's funny with the Bonds one. I think the only one he lost out in that time was to Jeff Kent, and he got second. Bonds, his teammate, got first. So that kind of tells you who it is. Josh ended up taking Bobby Witt in the confidence meters. So he went. Logan goes Ohtani MVP. Josh, Bobby Witt MVP. So that's an interesting one. The AL's a little tighter, it feels like, in that regard, because the Royals have to win games to be able for him to be in that conversation. And when we did the AL Central preview, I'm not sure if Edwards you were on that one, but you think you were. Is that that's a tricky one? Is the Royals, they can't regress. They gotta stay winning. You know what I mean, for that to matter. And we'll see what where it goes there. If I'm going third, it's interesting. Part of me wants to take the Dodgers as World Series favorites. Part of me does as the third pick, but I'm gonna go with one that. I'm going to go Paul Skeens, NL Cy Young. I feel really confident that if his stuff is just unreal, like if he pitches, I just don't see anybody else that's going to be able to hang with this guy. I know the Pirates are bad, so but Logan, we see the win totals don't matter quite as much, and his stuff just is it's sickening. So I have a feeling he's there with it.
And he introduced a cutter or something, and that pitch has been filthy.
It's been ridiculously.
And on top of the slider, the only thing that goes against him, and the only and he was like the guy I wanted at first pick. And that's kind of why I was shocked that Josh picked Witt, just because he knew I was never going to pick Witt. But yeah, so Skeens is just unbelievable. The only thing that scares me is his velocity, and the thing with pitchers and velocity now that scares me is Tommy John surgeries. They're going.
Yeah. Well,
they're handing him out like
teammate have it now. Jack Jones it's not Jack Jones. Jared Jones. He looks like he got evaluated and looks like he's going to have Tommy John surgery as well. DeGrom won in with a bad Mets team. It can be done. Yeah, I feel confident in that one. Even more than the Dodgers winning it all, I would take Paul Skeens to win the NL Cy Young. I mean, honestly,
spotlight is on Skeens too, so that's going to help him.
Is he more hyped than Strasburg? Do you guys remember that era like of Strasburg? Do you feel like he's Strasburg?
No,
was even more hyped?
I think he's living up to it better than Strasburg did
Earlier
in his career.
Strasburg was awesome. He
got hurt a lot though too. That was the problem.
Yeah, like again, you know me, availability.
Now he did win a big part of their World Series, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, he was really good, but it took him
was
longer
he NL?
Was he being good?
Yeah, that's true. Was he NLCS MVP? He might have been actually that year that they won.
2019.
Yeah.
You mean the year the greatest World Series ever?
I call it Logan's yacht. That's what I call the World Series.
Logan's yacht. Yeah. But yeah, Steven Strasburg. I mean, I remember hearing about him in like high school, like when he was in high school, because he had like what was it? The curveball that was just menacing or something. And yeah, but Skeens was just
so we go 2 MVPs. You take Ohtani, we got Witt. Now Skeens, we move to the second round. It's going to get a little bit more interesting where we kind of feel our confidence meter in these 3 categories. Obviously, we haven't took we both established NL or AL and NL MVPs, and then NL Cy Young as our top things. Logan, back to you as the second round here, first pick. Where are you going next year? Young Strasburg. He was.
Part of me doesn't like this, but I do know that if I don't go after this, I'm going to get Darren's going to take him, and I can't really think of anyone else who I'd rather have right now. So I'm going to take I'm taking Judge at AL MVP, not AL Cy Young. I was almost.
So you got him. Would you have took him over Witt?
Yeah, for sure. If like I was trying to work it out, like I think my number one overall pick, if I was just following my heart, it would have been Skeens and then Judge and Ohtani. Maybe Ohtani Judge, but yeah, I would have taken Judge over Witt.
It'll be interesting, Judge. Obviously, he's a stud regardless, but he does lose Soto that hit in front of him all year. And as we know, he's on base all the time. Right. Their lineup's a little different. Stanton's out. You have Austin Wells, a catcher, batting leadoff. I think first time in Yankees history you have a catcher.
Dude, but he has been killing it.
He has, but he was bad in the playoffs last year.
Right, I know.
He could have been tired. He could have been tired because he did catcher at the end of the year. But that'll be interesting where Judge.
He's smashing though.
And Judge and his injuries always are there. Obviously, that's part of being that. But I feel like he's overcome that. Just catch fly balls in center field. That's the big part of his job. No, it's good. Catch those fly balls in center right field now with it. So Judge MVP for you. You got to feel good with Ohtani MVP and Judge MVP as your first 2 picks. It'll be interesting. Like I said, how does Judge do without that guy in front of him? Does he just get walked a lot more? So we'll kind of see where that lies with Judge's MVP. Edwards, back to you. It's your second round pick here.
Give me Scooble to win the AL Cy Young.
I had Scooby Snacks a little lower than I think probably you guys had him. Not because I don't think he's a good pitcher. It's just like, I don't know.
This one was a hard one for me.
To me, it's the competition. Like Framber Valdez, in my opinion, is could be as close as competition.
Yeah, there are.
I don't see McClanahan doing it this year. I think Cole's going to choke or get hurt. Gossman, who the heck knows what's going to happen with him? Giolito, seriously?
So you named a few guys that aren't. I was thinking
they're injured.
I think Crochet would be.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the guys who were. This was like the
last year
when I was doing my research. From last year and going into this year, who should be there and whatnot.
When you look at the NL Cy Young contestants compared to the AL, there is a massive difference. When you look at the top 5 like favorites, you're like, oh, these guys are. It just feels a little different. It's like when you look at all-star rosters like now, here's the the betting odds right now for the NL top 5 are Skeens, Wheeler, Snell, Burns, and you can even throw in Sale, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then you go to the top 5 AL, you have Scooble, Crochet, Reagans, Gilbert, and DeGrom. It's like, I mean, DeGrom's a stud, but again, he hasn't pitched in 2 years, it feels like. So how do we get it? Now, you obviously took DeGrom, remember with our guy Walkoff on there too, so he always appreciated that. Josh, happy opening day to you all. Just wanted to pop in and support you on my way to 13U batting practice. Lewis, enjoy it. Enjoy the games. I'm a big radio baseball guy opening day sometimes as well. So appreciate you tuning in, Josh Lewis. Enjoy the 13U batting practice. Hey, keep the ball down. Contact. We want quick hands in the bat. Josh Lewis, appreciate you. We'll obviously be chiming in with you throughout the season as well. Got Melinda here. What are your predictions for Paul Skeens this year? I just took him third. That's my prediction for him, Jordan. I took him third overall. I think he's winning the NL Cy Young for the Pirates that might not even win 70 games and aren't trying to win. But I have him. That is my prediction, Mr. Melinda. There might be a lockout because of the Pirates, for God's sake. That might be
he's probably the favorite to win by all three of us. I think if we all got to pick Cy Young, I think we would all have picked Paul Skeens first.
And this is where I feel good. 6th pick. I'm taking the Dodgers. Dodgers as World Series winners. I feel like that's a good pick at this point. Like, you took Scooby Stacks at the 1. I could take Crochet, but like, do I have more confidence in Garrett Crochet winning the Cy Young or the Dodgers winning the World Series? I have more confidence in the Dodgers winning the World Series over that. Not something necessarily we all want in that regard, but they have the players, they have the guys. So I'm going Dodgers with my 2nd round pick here to win the World Series, and I feel really good that I got him and that team there with it. So Skeens Dodgers for me. So first team taken now off the board. Be interesting where you guys go with this. This is going to get tougher as we go. We only got 5 more rounds of this, but Logan, back to you in the 3rd round. Again, I took Dodgers to win the World Series with my 2nd round pick.
Yeah,
the Dodgers. I'm sorry. I'm over your Mets. Sorry, your Mets pitching needs to show me something.
So I was thinking, like, should I take the Dodgers? Like, I thought for sure they're not a 1st round team, like, or a 1st round pick.
No, because the team sport. No.
And I thought, well, maybe they are a 2nd round team. And I thought, just the amount of times people always say, oh, this team is going to win back to back. It hardly ever happens. Like, the last time it happened was the Yankees in the 90s. What is it, 98 through 2000? Or, anyways, it's very hard to do for sure. And 190 games is nothing to sneeze at. So I kind of feel okay that I missed out on the Dodgers. Okay, so for me,
come on, this is I think I know where I want to go next. So we'll see if we'll see if this team lasts. Our player. Here we go.
I guess I'm going NL Cy Young, and I think I'm going to take Blake Snell.
You think of Blake Snell as it? Wow. Okay. Blake Snell. That surprises me. He's a 2-time Cy Young winner, both leagues. So I'm not hating on that.
And obviously, Paul Skeens. Chris Sale is the number 2 favored. I think age is catching up to him this year. I think he's going to get injured because he's Chris Sale. It had Zach Wheeler at 3, and I for some reason I love Zach Wheeler, but I'm not feeling that he's going to be the guy. So I feel like Blake Snell. I feel
all right.
And it's between, for me, it was between him and Spencer Strider. And
I don't know if Spencer's going to get the innings. That's my biggest concern. Answer Tyler here real quick. Straws won the World Series MVP, so I don't think Skeens has reached it. I'm not necessarily saying career-wise as a reached it. My question was hype-wise to start their careers. Like, you knew Strasburg out of San Diego State, like he was there, like that. That's kind of my thing. The hype era. With Skeens there. So Tyler, what do you think of that hype wise? Is Skeens on the same level or is he more than Strasburg? So
they had some of his college or like some of his games and like before he was in it, even in the league, like televised.
Yeah, he was a huge deal.
Yeah,
huge
he was.
deal.
I mean,
Tony Gwynn was the manager, right?
Yeah.
Tony Gwynn was the manager. And did they have another number 1 pick from San Diego? Maybe they didn't. No. It was they took Bryce Harper the year before that or the year after. It was like they got both those guys back to back and number 1 picks. I'm like, that's a solid draft.
They both came out so quick too.
Yeah,
like Bryce Harper spent 5 minutes in the anyways.
Yeah, no, you're right there with it. So Snell to you, Edwards, back to you. Third round pick. Where are you going?
Well, you're right. I was in the wrong year in my notes. When I was reading that list, I didn't catch
of the Cy Youngs.
So, yeah.
Oh,
I was in my 24, not my 25.
I was thinking
so
like
then I went.
Garrett Cole wasn't the Cy Young runner-up last year.
No.
And I was just in the wrong part of my notes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, you're good.
Good call, Darren. Yeah, it was a good call. So you got, man. I want to take a World Series pick.
All right. I took the Dodgers, obviously.
Really?
I know.
Where's the confidence meter?
And this is based on I pulled these odds yesterday. The Braves are plus 850, the Yankees are plus 900, and the Phillies are plus 1,000. Baltimore's plus 1,200. I don't think any of them are that high.
So who are you taking?
I'd rather take the long shot of the Padres at 1,700, but I don't want to take so here's my question about this draft. Can we pick different World Series champions?
Yeah, it's whatever you think. It's a confidence meter thing. So where do you think these
Can I
things
pick
lie?
it early as like my third?
I don't care.
Like
Whatever you want.
choice?
You can help me and Logan out. That's fine. We're fine with that.
Yeah. You guys were never going to get my World Series pick, so
you got to pick a long shot in this somewhere.
Well, I'm not taking mine in this draft.
Confidence.
Snell was my long shot. Oh, we should have done that.
Snell was your long shot.
Oh, I got something like that. So you hang on.
God,
that would have been like a cool rule to have.
Gallon and Scooble win Cy Young this year, in my opinion. Big
Gallon is worrying.
Tyler, I don't know if Scooby Snacks can win 2 in a row. I don't know, but we did just talk about how the AL is not deep, so or in that sense of the highlights of it. All right, Edwards, we stalled enough for you. Who you got?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Your life will not be over if you get it wrong. I promise you.
Zach Gallen is.
Give me Sale to get the NL Cy Young.
All right, he goes Sales to get the NL Cy Young. You won it last year, so you got 2 guys, Scooble and Sale, back to back that you're expecting back to back Cy Youngs from those guys.
That's all our NL Cy Youngs.
These lefties have 4 good years. They do have 4 good years.
I'm going NL MVP.
Aaron, are you there? Juan Soto go. I go Soto with my third pick. Sorry, not Lindor, but I do go your other Mets guy. I do go Soto with that. Josh is still rattled from Monday's Next Left Turn episode. Aaron taking shots at it.
Dude, that was absolutely hilarious. Too bad we didn't catch it till afterwards when I said it.
That's funny. Soto in New York. I get him as a Cy Young or as a MVP favorite. I like it. Give me Soto there. We got 3 rounds left here. I'm shocked. I would have took him where you took Blake Snell, so I got him at 1. So I got him there. Back to me.
We
so
got 3 rounds or 4 rounds left?
4 left. Back to you, Mr. Stone.
You know, I was about to take a really long shot, and then I think I'm going to take not as much of a long shot. So my original was going to take a page out of Josh Edwards' book and pick Jacob deGrom to not only be Cy Young, but comeback player of the year. However, I think because of how low, apart from Tarek Skubal, the competition is for AL Cy Young, I think the more I like Max Fried, who's got 25 plus 2,500.
Wow.
So yeah, he's third to win Cy Young, so it's not super crazy. But yeah. I trust Max Fried over Garrett Crochet, which is weird.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. I had Fried. I had him number 10 on my list for Cy Young winners in the AL. I had him down there. I think he still could be obviously top 10. I just had him a little lower than that. I have nobody cares about your fantasy team there. So I have that. I have there. I mean, it's a good chance for him to bounce back. Obviously with Cole there gone, he's going to get a lot of the praise when they pitch well. So that's going to be a big part of it.
I'm sorry, Darren, that I didn't react the way you wanted.
No, I like your reaction. I enjoyed it. That's why I said it like that up first.
It's fine, Darren. No one cares about your fantasy.
Nobody does. Darren does. Nobody does care about it. Bochy is cheating anyways. He wants to grab on the injury list to keep him fresh. Yeah, he gets that with it. Tyler, I'd like the D-backs to win the World Series as a wild card and MVP. Tyler, stay tuned for my hot take. You might like it. Seager, MVP this year. Wow. Those are some things there with it. Josh, you going with Tyler on that one? You gonna take Mr. Seager?
I gotta pick another AL MVP.
You don't have to, but you can.
Yeah, I do because he's available.
Who are you going with?
Gunnar Henderson.
That's AL, but yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, I wrote down AL. I wrote down AL in my pick.
That's a good pick. Gunnar Henderson was on my list for that. He's gonna miss some early time, but obviously
he's gonna have plenty of time to make that up.
Gunnar Henderson.
Wait, the Orioles. No, you've already taken Witt.
That's okay. You can take
it. We can take multiple positions.
It's a confidence meter. It's a confidence meter.
Oh, okay.
Take whatever you want with that.
That's why I was going to take my third.
Because remember, we don't do rookie.
You guys aren't going to take him, and we're not going to get that far. So that's why I switched what I was doing.
No, this is confidence meter. You can take whoever you want at any time.
Could all MVP picks.
You could. I like it. Gunnar Henderson there, AL MVP. This one I feel really good about. Again, I would have took him where Logan's at. On the pick with it. I'm gonna go NL Cy Young, Zach Wheeler. I get him in the fourth round. You tell me I get them. I feel really good about Zach Wheeler playing. I think the Phillies have a bounce back year a little bit. Tyler was really hyped about the Braves. Remember he said 106 wins for the Braves when he joined us that one time. I'm not quite there with the Braves. The Phillies are on their way down, right, based on how they finish, but that doesn't mean Zach Wheeler's on his way down. And so I think Zach Wheeler is primed for a big year this year. And yeah, I know Skeens is the other one, but I get Skeens and Zach Wheeler. I feel good about that. So I'm taking Zach Wheeler as his NL Cy Young chances with the fourth pick. So far, guys, we've only had the Dodgers taken in confidence meter with the team. We'll be interested to see if anybody jumps on a team here later in it. We got 3 rounds left, Logan. What do you got?
Well, since you guys are never going to pick my team.
He's going to take his Yankees to win the World Series.
It's not a bad pick. They're on my list. But I also have the Mets on there, too. I have some other teams.
Shohei for side. No.
Now we're getting crazy.
Let's do. Oh, I had it, and then I just totally screwed the pooch right here.
That's all right. At least you.
Corey Seager.
You are gonna go McGurk style, Corey Seager.
He was on my list. If I didn't get a Judge, I was probably gonna go Seager.
He's always. I feel like he's an interesting player as time has gone on, right? Like he's not been the perfect player at times, but he's always been solid. The injuries always affected him a little bit. He found that home with LA settling in, and then he gets to the Rangers. He rakes. They win the World Series that first year. He goes down. I like that pick. I like it. Good call.
I think he's kind of. It's kind of weird with him because I think everyone he had such a blow up, and then he kind of simmered down a little bit, and everyone thought he was kind of in a slump, but really it was just what he naturally was. Like he wasn't the Barry Bonds or anything. He was, he was a mellow guy.
Yeah.
And I think the hype is kind of catching up to him. He's a really solid player. I like him. He's a good shortstop. I love him.
I like it. Good pick. Back to you, Josh. Where do you go?
I got another AL Cy Young.
AL. All right.
Logan Gilbert.
Good pick. Good pick. He was on the list for me as well. We'll see if they can give some run support for him this year for Seattle. We'll see if that's obviously.
We're going to go through divisions again tonight, right?
No, but we'll make our picks with it. We already did that stuff during the last.
I know. I think we should need to do over. We need to just do it.
The last 6
everybody took.
The last 8 weeks of it. Well, I think I'm done with division picks with it. But yeah, we can make our picks with it. But I got Logan Gilbert, Cy Young. I had him on my list, so you take him there at that.
I want to see your AL MVP.
Me?
Yeah.
I had obviously I had Witt there too, but you guys took him. I had Judge there with it. I got Gunnar Henderson taken as well. So I'm gonna go with the guy. We'll go with my AL MVP. This is a team I said they're gonna still win the division in the AL West, I believe. And if they do, it's because of this guy, and it is Yordan Alvarez. This guy is a stud. He's a bona fide, maybe one of the best hitters in baseball. He hasn't quite put the whole season together yet, like the whole season. So I feel good with him, Yordan Alvarez, as my number pick. I know a lot of people probably don't agree that they'll win the division. I'm noticing a lot more with the Astros. That's like the hot take. The time's over for them. I'm pumping the brakes a little bit on that. And I think a lot of people are forgetting about this guy. He is a stud. This guy is a beast when he's on. So I go Alvarez with my 5th pick here, AL MVP. Stone, back to you.
2 more rounds?
2 more rounds. 2 more picks.
Okay.
What do you got?
Let's see. For some reason I thought this was the last round. You know what? I'm going to take an NL Cy Young, and I'm going to go with. Oh man, this is a hard one too. I'm going to go with Corbin Burns.
Ooh.
So we have Skeens, Wheeler, Snell, Burns, and Sale now. So all top 5 guys, I feel like.
Close with Cease, but
yeah, Cease was up there. So you're going to go with Burns, D-backs, NL Cy Young with it. All right, I like it.
He's going to be MVP.
MVP. Whoa! All right.
I'm kidding.
It's in pen. Sorry, no, I'm just kidding.
It's in pen. It's written down in the history books.
I can't change it anymore.
I can't believe it. Burns won the MVP.
Well, that would be
called it
this season. So Burns, Cy Young, I like it. That's a good pick there. All right, so one more left for you, Logan. Josh, over to you.
I want to see your World Series team, Josh.
Come on, how you going, Josh? Padres, you take him?
No.
Take
Take him.
Give me Spencer Strider as a long shot to win the Cy Young.
That to me is a long shot. He's a stud though. He is. I definitely could see him in the top 3.
He's on the right team.
He is.
He's shown he can throw 200 Ks in a season. I mean, he could be there. I mean, you guys are thinking that what happens if Skin gets hurt in May and he's out for 4 months? It's over.
What if Strider?
Wheeler, huh?
So what if Strider gets hurt?
That's why Blake Snell took Cy Young.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you gotta take a long shot somewhere because of injuries.
You got a few tell trivia, Mr.
Hey, Tyler, how about you stop?
How about you join the show, buddy? How about you get out of your family?
I thought you were going to be here tonight.
How about you get out of your family dinner and join the show over here? How about you do that with it? I'll be back we're going to do hot takes next, and then we're going to do storylines, and then we'll get to my trivia here with it, McGurk. Hop on, come on, buddy, jump on the show when you get it. So I take Spencer Strider. I'm gonna take another team. And this one might surprise you guys, but I am going to take the New York Mets as my other team.
Oh, God.
I'm serious. I am going to take the Mets. I feel like I get 2 teams now, like both of them in the NL. And I feel good about the Mets. I think their lineup's there. The mojo's there for them. I do have some questions about the pitching, but I think they can trade for anything they need at the Cy Young or at the deadline, excuse me. The Yankees. Like I don't know. I'd rather not. I don't have as much confidence in them as I do the Mets to make the World Series. So I think it's going to be a Dodgers, Mets, the Phillies. I still have questions about them. The Braves. I'm not quite there. So I feel okay with the Mets. Aaron, give me a high five.
I honestly take the Braves over the Mets, but
yeah, there you go. With it, I didn't take that with it. Logan, your last pick. What do you got?
My last pick. So everyone says, Logan, you are not a homer. You are the epitome of anti-bias. And I go, sure. So, but this year I've had a feeling. I've thought long and hard, and I do see an avenue, and I see it written in the stars from past World Series history and past season history, and I do see an avenue for this team to win a World Series this year, another World Series this year. So give me the Texas Rangers.
Well, we are going the Rangers on there. We are going the Rangers on it. The Rangers winning the World Series is his last pick.
And why is that? Because Bruce Bochy loves playing in odd years. As Tyler, the biggest Giants fan, knows, with the Giants, he wins in even years, and with the Rangers, he wins in odd years. Honestly, for that fact alone, the Rangers should have been number one in Vegas. So everyone take that money and spend it all on the Rangers.
Texas, baby. Shoot.
20 million. Easiest money you've ever made.
NL is top heavy. AL's more open. McGurk, what's up? How's family dinner?
I'm doing well. I'm Bochy's big head. Definitely leads him to make some good decisions in October.
What a hat size. What a hat size he has. What a hat size. How you doing? How you
doing well.
Good.
Dinner just ended. Got a full belly.
You got a full
talk
belly
a little
there?
baseball for a little bit.
All right, well, good. Glad you could join us with it. We've been doing our picks. Now you probably see what I meant by it. We're going like that.
I understand.
Confidence be your idea with it. Glad you could do it with it. Who's your favorite to win NL Cy Young? Let us know in the comments. Appreciate it. Yeah, with it. We're letting you know with it. Obviously, I have Skeens there with it. Then Logan took Blake Snell in the NL as well. Those were the top two things. And then Josh took Mr. Sale as our top three NL Cy Young favorites. Shoot, appreciate you tuning in as well. Josh Edwards, your final pick, and then me, and we'll wrap it up. We'll move on. What do you got?
Well, I haven't taken a World Series pick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this incorrectly, but I'm gonna say my underdog pick.
Okay.
St. Louis Cardinals.
Not a nope.
Josh thought I was taking the Cardinals too.
No, I thought you were
his eyes.
I think that would have been nice.
I thought you were the Yankees, and then I was like, "Oh, he's at home. Oh, yeah, Texas." I'm gonna go with what? If Jordan Montgomery wasn't having surgery,
there's that. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Padres.
You are
the Fathers.
Wow. So we see the Padres totally differently. I see them selling at the deadline. You winning at that. Yeah.
I agree. I think they could be selling at the deadline, but I'm taking a long shot. Schilt's going to get the job done.
Man, that's a
wild card to the World Series.
Is that your nut? Like, is that who you really do think would win the World Series?
Who do you think is going to win the World Series, though?
Oh, Dodgers.
So you have the
Dodgers.
So if you had to go Dodgers, Mets, Padres, is that how you would be in the NL?
No.
All right, so you would have that.
The Dodgers, Padres.
Dodgers. He's just going a long shot in a draft. All right, I can respect that.
Yeah, I'm just taking a long shot.
All right. I'm going with this guy's still left, and I get him as my MVP possibly in the NL. You give me Bryce Harper in the NL MVP. I'm going to take Bryce Harper. Last pick here, I get Bryce Harper in that, so I'm very happy with that. Sorry, Doug, we didn't take Ellie De La Cruz. I'm sure you would add him in the top 3 rounds for sure, and that is
I'm surprised you didn't pick Francisco Lindor as your NL MVP.
Hey, I already did Aaron enough and took the Mets.
Aaron, you need to be yelling at him.
Aaron, I took 2 of them. You can't get mad at me. Come on.
He hates Francisco Lindor. He says he smells like beef and cheese.
What a switch hitter. What a switch hitter. We got him on that. All right, so that's our draft with it. I'm going to post them up with it. That was fun.
I lost the draft, by the way.
So do you think? So you kind of said that you feel like it's it was a travesty that I can't remember what word you said, but that Harper wasn't drafted yet as an MVP. Do you what?
I'm surprised you took. I'm honestly surprised you took Max Fried over him. I'm surprised you took. I'm surprised you took the Rangers over him. Those would be 2 picks from your side. I was a little surprised about. I'm surprised.
It doesn't matter. Shohei Ohtani is there.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. But it's confidence.
Juan Soto is there. Those are the top 2.
We know Tyler would have put the Braves on there. He would have had him on there, the 106 wins. Their odds they're right there, right there. He would have had.
But I mean, I'm just surprised, like, because I kind of thought of Harper too, but with his injury and his injury history, he's kind of like that, and I was like, man, I really hate that I don't have him, because he's such a great player and such a fun player to watch whenever he's on, and maybe I really hope this year, like, honestly, I hope he wins MVP this year. So
if Bryce wins another MVP, that puts him in select company too with 3 MVPs. Like, that changes his whole like outlook as a player going forward. Puts him in like Mays and like guys like that who have 3 MVPs.
Was it 15 and 19 that he won?
I think it was 19. I'll look it up here in a
I'm
second.
not sure the first one.
I think it was 19. Tyler, who are your World Series picks? You said.
I mean, the goddamn Dodgers. Unfortunately.
That's who you would actually go. Who you have them playing?
I think they should be the first pick in this whole draft if I were to do it. Like, as far as like almost the most sure thing, even though it's the hardest thing to do in all this.
21.
It's like picking a player to win an award.
Yeah, 15 and
tougher
21.
than picking a team to win the World Series.
No doubt.
I knew 15 was his first year.
So you go Dodgers. Who do you think is the AL? You think the Yankees, or you think the Rangers, like Logan said? Because Logan was the only other one that took a team in the AL.
I like the Yankees. I like the Red Sox.
You had to pick one. Who are you going with?
I'd probably go Yankees. Now, with all the injuries, I'll go Red Sox. Devers agreed to be a DH. Well, I don't know if he agreed, but he's getting moved to DH.
He's getting DH with it. Stone, who you got Dodgers, and who else? Are you got Dodgers Rangers then, obviously, right?
No, I would take Rangers Dodgers.
Rangers Dodgers. Yeah, that's what I mean. So Rangers Dodgers.
Yeah, and then Yankees.
You took the Padres as a long shot, Edwards. I wonder where you go. You probably go Yankees too. I'm guessing maybe in the AL. Or would you go another long shot and take like the Royals or something?
I mean, if I'm taking it, you have to ask me what I'm taking. Am I taking long shots, or am I taking what I?
No, I want to know who you're taking to win the World Series. You obviously took the Padres in this draft, so you obviously think they're going to win.
Well, I said I took them as a long shot.
All right, so
nobody's taking long. I took them as a long shot to have a long shot for something in our draft.
All right.
Oh, I thought you said they were your second favorites.
No.
Give me your picks. Who you got for World Series?
So Dodgers, if I'm actually playing money.
Yep.
If I'm taking out of the AL, Yankees. I don't know. I think the Orioles, for some odd reason, there's something about the Orioles I think are just going to put something together. They're going to find a way to fill the holes. I can see the Guardians do it. I could see the Diamondbacks. I could have seen the Diamondbacks getting there if everything would have been right, but they can still be there. And I can see the Royals being a long shot.
So you basically named 9 teams. Who do you have, though? Who do you have?
I don't know. Yankees. Hey, I'll take the AL.
There we go.
Aaron,
Good.
Aaron, do you remember a couple weeks ago I said Josh is the worst because when you ask him a question, because you say, who do you have for this? And he goes, well, I don't know. There's this team and this team and this team, and then there's this team, and then there's this guy, and it's just like, answer the freaking question.
There are 30 teams in Major League Baseball. You made me more open-minded. They're all that with it. All right, so that was a good little draft part with it.
Yeah.
What do you guys have? What do you guys have for biggest storyline you're looking forward to? Here's mine. Just one storyline. I have it written here. Can the New York Yankees recover from a World Series nightmare? That's kind of for me where I'm thinking, is this team totally collapse in the sense of that they lost Soto, or Judge can't catch a ball, Cole forgets to cover first, all this stuff. Volpe can't make a play at short. Disastrous World Series. Disastrous, especially that inning alone. That's kind of what how do they play out? They lose Cole now for the year. That is my biggest storyline. Tyler, what do you think?
I mean, I think Yankees Red Sox stretch run will be big. As one that hasn't been mentioned, I think Kyle Tucker will also make a run at this NL MVP. I think the Cubs have a better year than people expect. And playing in Chicago in the summer when that ball's flying out of the ballpark, I could see him putting up big numbers.
That's a good one. He was on my list for NL. We just didn't make it there. It's like Harper over him. I had to go Harper over Tucker just a little bit while I could, but So yeah, Tucker, you've been kind of on the Tucker train here the last couple months. I feel like a little bit more than I've heard you before. So Susie's gotten to him a little bit in that sense with it. What do you got? What do you make? Dodgers over Yankees again in the World Series? God, please help us if that's the World Series again in some regard with it. But it is what it is. You know, MLB will be happy about it. Wilson Contreras, first year playing at first base, leads the Cardinals to the World Series. That's a big storyline. That might be my hot take when we do that here in a second. Logan, biggest storyline.
I think the biggest storyline right now would be, probably halfway through the season, the Dodgers, who are on pace for 116, 120 wins. Not saying they'll get that, but I think halfway through the season, I think we could start having a conversation of when do we start saying this is the beginning of a dynasty, or is like not saying it is. I'm just saying like when is the conversation, because it's already going to start.
They got to win
in the middle of the season, no matter what.
But
when can we start saying, oh, this looks like it's really going to be the beginning of something, and it's going to be sustainable for 6 years, 7 years?
I like the St. Louis sports biggest storyline, how the Giants screwed up their second city. And Tyler, it's rough. It's terrible.
Those are pathetic.
Oh my God. I thought
is that
my
the Jazz looking ones or something?
It was like this, it's like a softball one that like it plays for like, I don't know, like Tyler, what's that, like land care? It looks like something like that out here. You would see. Like,
it looks terrible. It's like all bubble letters, and I don't know.
That's so funny because those never make me think. They never made me think, oh, that's San Francisco. Like I actually thought that looks more Miami.
I think they do look a little more Miami. I think they went to Korea and said, oh, what's a fad in Korea so we can sell these Jung Hoo Lee jerseys? And went, oh, they usually sell in Korea. Let's sell these.
That might have been the case with it. They're not the Giants usually do well with these type of jerseys, but they didn't do well with these ones.
Well, the last couple of years, those ugly orange where they changed the color.
Yeah, that one.
I'm not a big City Connect jersey fan guy.
I like the white ones they had. Like they're kind of like, I don't know, cream, I guess you would call it, was the color they had. That one wasn't terrible. Edwards, what's your biggest storyline before I get the biggest hot take?
Well, it was kind of the news that we saw yesterday, where I think it was this morning is when we started seeing it, that we are probably looking at a lockout at the end of this year. So everybody enjoy baseball while we have it this season.
Next.
There'll be a recipe. I will have that in diamond notes as well. Too with it. Yeah, that is a big storyline headed into the season. That kind of is as we kind of get probably to the end of the year here, that will definitely come up a little bit more for sure in a season like this. You know that's going to come up more. Absolutely. What's your biggest hot take? Like, whoa, out of the world. I have Giants get second place in the NL West, and just a little bonus one. Been saying it. Cody Bellinger gets benched at some point for the Yankees. That are the hot takes I have for us this year.
Giants, lucky I'm in Texas right now, Darren. I'm about to
Tyler's Giants and those spotty uniforms get second place in this division. What a spring trading, Tyler. 21 wins you guys had.
It's the Buster Posey effect. Championships just follow.
We get those every other year. You'll get with Buster too. That'd be funny if it's the Rangers versus Giants. That would be kind of funny for like the Bochy versus Posey ran Giants. Those are the hot takes I have. McGurk, you got any hot takes there for me?
No, I mean, I don't
besides the Braves winning 106 wins.
No, I don't
already gave us that one.
I don't know if it's a hot take, but I think the Diamondbacks are going to be like the second best team in the NL. I think they're loaded. I think they're ready to go. They have the starting pitching. I just think the Dodgers are clearly the best team in the NL, and then I think the Diamondbacks will be with the Braves prediction threw me off.
That threw you off, Logan did get Burns with a 6th round pick there for the Cy Young as well. So that's the big one. Diamondbacks, I think a lot of people maybe kind of starting to feel them a little bit. Dodgers finished third. That is beyond a hot take. That is beyond a hot take on that side. Mr. St. Louis Sports. Logan, what's your hot take?
My hot take is I believe that the Astros will finish 3rd or 4th.
All right.
And miss the wild card.
3rd or 4th and miss the wild card.
3rd is more realistic, but
A fourth could be, the A's get started. My buddy Brian feels 90 wins maybe. So we're getting close to there. They get to a hot take with it. Astros. That doesn't help my Alvarez pick if they get to fourth place on that as MVP. So I like that.
Getting traded halfway through the season.
Come on, Susie. I need you here to rip on Logan for that comment. Where are you, Susie? I need you on that one. Edward, what's your hot take?
Mariners win the AL West with mediocre offense.
Whoa, that is a hot take. The Mariners winning the AL. All right, it's there for them if they want it. They got the pitching, but Logan,
seriously, though, if they just have an average offense, they should win the division.
That ballpark, everybody complained.
They didn't have an average offense last year. They had a crap offense.
Right, so just be average. Win the division.
Hey, these are hot takes, right? That's the whole point of it. We got hot takes for it for other reasons. Hey, real quick, before I go to Diamond Notes, I had this for us. Who will be the MLB's worst 2005? Who will be the worst team in 2025? And what will be the worst record? White Sox lost 121 games last year. It's not a long segment, but what do you guys? Will it be the White Sox again as the worst team? Logan?
Yes.
It will be the White Sox.
Yeah, who's the?
Should be.
I'm taking the Marlins.
Marlins. That's a good one.
I think the Marlins are going to be the worst team this year. Come on, Andrew Vaughn. Step up. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on, Andrew. Come on, Andrew.
Yeah, I can't.
I got an article of him in the background here. Come on, Andrew. Let's go. Let's get the job done. Batting number 3. The White Sox are bad. They do have Robert Jr. obviously still.
He's getting traded.
He definitely gets traded.
Does he play over 60?
Probably not. He probably gets hurt for week 1. I got Marlins though, and I say they finish with the worst record with 112 losses.
No, I think they're going to be more 55
losses.
No.
55
wins.
I'm like, yeah. What are you on about?
Pretty close. Loss category.
Yeah, they're going to go from being the worst team to the best team and set an MLB record.
We signed nobody this offseason, but we're going to get better.
We signed Grady Sizemore to play center field again, and so now we're going to really win.
I think the White Sox possibly. I'm not saying they have a good season, but I don't think they lose 100 games. I think they stay out of it. I think they stay out of that category. That's my feeling.
Why do you think that? Where did they get better? Anyway,
I don't necessarily. It's hard to lose that. You know that it's tough to lose that many games.
21 game jump is pretty good.
Well, when you lose 121, that's.
I think they're going to be around 100 losses.
Yeah, I said 99.
Them and the Marlins are probably going to be, I think, side by side, right around 100 losses.
99 still not 100. All I know is that. So we got that with it. Tyler, who do you think has the worst? Is it the White Sox?
Yeah, I think it's the White Sox.
How many losses?
They lost their best player, and they lost 121. Probably like 108.
He didn't even want to pitch for him at times. He's like, my arm hurts. I don't know.
That's how he's always been.
That's why I hate that he's second in some places for what AL Cy Young. I'm like, I don't trust that. Josh, what's the worst total? Who gets it? Is it the White Sox? I'm the only Marlins one, I think, so far.
How many losses you got the Marlins at?
112, I said.
I'll go with the Marlins at 104.
All right. Angels, they could be on this as well, but they made some signing.
No, the Angels are going to be sneaky decent.
I think
they're going to be just under 500 at the end of the year.
How about the Rockies? Nobody's taking the Rockies to finish terrible.
They're going to have.
No, they have Chris Bryant.
4 wins.
Oh, Chris Bryant. He'll be good for 40 games. He'll be good for 40 games.
Chris Bryant is
40 games on the bench.
How about the Pirates? They got Skeens. How about the Cardinals? They have the worst record. Cardinals could no. They
Cardinals are going to have a more offensive than defensive team this year. So with the division they're in, I think they can win 81, 82.
I don't see them losing more than 90.
Another team would be the Nationals. Maybe they're on there as bad
too,
but no, you're saying no. Sox are so bad. I have a hard time.
Actually, you know what? Here's a hot take for you. I think they finished 500.
Oh, the Nationals.
Nationals.
Oh, I can totally see.
Maybe just a couple games shy. Like,
is CJ Abram going to be clubbied on game day?
Like 70. They're going to have a winning season.
If it works for
79.
Didn't work for the franchise.
He's out there with it. We got a guy shooting here saying the Sox on that. All right, here's what Vegas has or what I have is for it. Just real quick, the last one with the White Sox, 53.5 wins. We're saying less than that. Most of you guys are saying less than 53.5. That's what I'm starting to get. They don't.
I think they get 62.
All
60,
right,
62.
so they can't get over. All right,
62 wins.
All
I
right,
think they'll be around 100 losses.
we got there with it. I like it.
Maybe 57.
All right, we're with it. All right, Diamond Notes here. Here we go. Or not this one. Diamond Notes here. Let me get it straight here. McAl, good 6 years. Look at that offense for the Mariners. They get their catcher wrapped up. That's 220 and hits 30 over. We got 6-year deal with him. Jack Leiter, finally. I've been waiting for this guy for years to make the MLB. It feels like ever since Kumar Rocker. He's with the Rangers to fill out the rotation. MLB, they're leaning still up. They're trying to push the salary cap here with the Diamond Notes as well. What kind of catches your guys' attention? Maybe it's not just that, but what else do you have with Diamond Notes? What do you think, Tyler?
No, I mean, I think it's the whole there's going to be the opting out or opting into whatever they're doing with the salary cap. Like, that's going to be the big story.
The players will not want that.
Someone said that
absolutely not, but it's out of control.
So the story was that the owners are going to try to push for a salary cap in 26. So.
Yeah, that's going to be a big deal. And MLB just can't afford a lockout. Like, no sport wants a lockout. But it does feel like something slightly has to change with this a little bit. It does. Not saying it's a huge deal because I have always said more owners need to do more. But like I said, you can't have the Pirates, Marlins, Rockies even the Rockies. They at least went out and got Chris Bryant. But what? They had to trade Arenado. Like, some weird stuff going on there. The A's finally doing a little, but they're kind of being forced to because of the luxury tax, getting that money. So some odd deals here. The Pirates continue to do nothing. They're one of the worst franchises in my lifetime, no doubt about it. I agree with that. Edwards, what catches your attention here?
So again, this is the only thing I'm going to be caring about all season. Like, baseball at this point, it's going to matter, but it's not. What does this season matter if there's not going to be a season next year? That's kind of where I'm at with it. So with this news, I have the out. I have a compromise. I've been saying it for a long time. You institute a floor, and you institute serious heavy luxury tax at different levels. I mean, I'm talking, if you're over the $350 million mark, you pay 50% on every dollar past that. And then once you hit $450 million, you pay 75% on top of it. I mean, you make it so heavy they don't do it. So there's no actual cap. They're allowed to spend what they want still. But if you're going to go and try to just make a team out of it, we're going to make you pay through the nose to do it. I think that's
what about with all these players who are pushing their contracts back, so they're only getting $2 million this year? Like, how do you count that?
No, so you got the contract. I mean, that's going to be hard to tell a player how they get paid. But
yeah.
I mean, still, I mean, not every organization is going to auction off their entire future, unless the entire league does it, to where everybody's auctioning off their entire future 20 years out, and then in 20 years the MLB is just going to be horrible because they're not going to be able to afford players at all.
What do you guys notice different about the stadium?
Comerica.
Yeah, what's different about it?
The scoreboards in left field?
They were the last team to have it. They were the last team to have it. Think infield. The Diamondbacks used to have it.
The little strip.
They do not. They were the last team to have the dirt strip from pitching mound to the home plate, and it is gone. It is all grass, all natural.
I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about the Comerica sign on top of the scoreboard.
That is different too. But they were the only team left to have that little. I remember that the stadium, right? There were certain ones that have that little strip there with an old school style. They were the only one left that had it with it. We didn't mention it, but I do think Jack Leiter and Rocker joining the Rangers thing is a big deal. I don't know, McGurk. Like, they were kind of hyped up in Vanderbilt. Like, I don't know. Like, they just felt like they were there, right? And I don't know. Like, usually these guys that were studs, they kind of really pushed the teams. But it seems like the Rangers really like, nope, we're holding back. We're holding back. We're getting rocked. So I don't know. These guys actually kind of have my attention a little bit. I'm a little bit interested to see, especially Leiter. I don't know. I just thought he was going to be a stud when I watched him in college. So that's just me on it. Anybody feel differently about that? I don't know. That's just kind of.
Yeah, I've been excited for them. I've been excited for them since Rocker got drafted again in 21. And I was talking about how awesome it was going to be to see Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker on the Rangers roster in 2023, 2024. And now it's finally happening.
So, Rangers World Series fair. He took him top 7 people.
I do like it. I do like it. They got better. So, I just wanted to say, like, the MLB pushing. The thing is that, you know, it's all fine and dandy for and I've said this before, like, the owners are going to say, we want a salary cap. And the players are going to say, no, we don't want a salary cap. So unless the owners give up something humongous, like probably percentages to the players, and I'm not talking small percentages because I can't remember what percentage the Players Association gets from the yearly totals, but I'm thinking it's gonna if they're gonna say, here, we want a salary cap, the players are gonna either demand 50%, just straight down the middle, something ridiculous, or a salary floor. And if they come back with the salary floor to the owners, I said this earlier, the athletics guy is not going to want it. The Rockies are not going to want it. The Marlins are not going to want that. Like, Pirates. All these low-level teams that have been sneaking under the radar, getting all the revenue from the big teams coming into their stadium and packing their seats, and so that way they can leave and basically just put a crap team. They are not going to want a salary floor because that means that they have to actually compete and spend money on something that they don't know is actually going to work. And so,
what's the vote percentage they need to get something through? It's not unanimous.
I'm not sure, but I'm saying that it's a big enough. I would assume it's a big enough percentage. DeWitt, he's not even going to want that. None of the central teams.
He's going to be over the minimum anyway. He always is.
None of the central teams are going to want a salary cap though, and so that's 10 teams right there, and then athletics, Rockies. You know that. I mean, I can think of 15 teams, 16 teams tops, easy. And so that's going to
not want a cap.
They're not going to want a floor. That's the thing. I'm saying that the Players Association are going to come back with a floor, and then the owners are going to start butting heads against each other about, oh well, we don't want a salary floor. We don't want not as much as we want a salary cap, you know. And then there's going to be bickering because the expensive teams are going to be saying we need a cap, and the very cheap teams are going to be saying we don't want a floor, and it's just going to be a bickering, and before they can even go back to the Players Association. So unless the owners, which we know that they are always so selfish and greedy, that sounded so negative.
They are.
Like, obviously they're selfish. They made their money. Like, it's fine, but they're not gonna just say, listen, Players Association, we want a salary cap so bad we're willing to give you a percentage of whatever we make. You know, and I just don't see that happening, and that's a very dangerous thing because the owners, it's just not going to.
It's going to be tough for them, and I think as the season goes on, we're going to probably hit on this a little bit more. Obviously, opening day here around the table, and that's going to be something that's going to be on the table until they get it solved here. And I think Logan, you made some good points of that. Is the lower teams, they're gonna want a salary cap floor, like they're gonna want that, and they're going to have to be or the owners are going to force those teams that don't spend to have to spend. I think that's going to be a big part of it. Before I get to my trivia, Tyler, I got daily walk-off here. And 1993 was the category. So this will be tough. Some of you probably, all of you guys might not have been born in 1993, but we got daily.
Glimpse there.
We had a daily.
In the 80s.
All right, so you're good there with it. Daily walk-off. I was going to go Giants first because Tyler's here, but he's not. So we'll take him off the list with it. So let's go. We'll go to you guys. We'll go Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals with it here. So 1993 mainly played outfield, mainly played infield, starting pitcher, relief pitcher. So Mark Whitten, outfielder, correct? I feel like he's there with it. Ozzie Smith,
stays there.
Lee Smith, he's a relief pitcher. I know that. Greg Jeffries, I know he's an outfielder. Ray Langford's an outfielder. Wasn't this guy a closer?
Was a starting pitcher.
Who?
Oh, was he a starter? Or
I think he was a closer. I thought. I think he was there. Who would have been? Like Luis Cecilia. Like I'm gonna say infielder. I'm gonna go. Cormier. I'm just putting where I think they are, and you guys could adjust from there. I think that's where I would have it. That's where I would put it right there.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to switch to Tewksbury, so go for it. That's got to be pretty close.
All right, I think we're good with it. All right, let's see where I'm at with it. Oh, Greg Jeffries not an outfielder? I can't believe it.
Told you, Tewksbury's a starter.
So he's a starter. Okay, we go there. Where's Jeffries? For Cormier?
93, man. So I was 5 this year. So I'm thinking so I have all the cards. So I'm going through what cards I have by year.
We got to get Lee out of there. Got Lee for Bernard. That's mixing it up at least a little bit.
Perez has got to move too then.
We go him for Jeffries, maybe starting pitcher there.
Yeah, I go for it, I guess.
I'll go there with it. Let's see where we're at. 2, still 2. Oh, we're right there at it. So this is tough. So we go Lee. Should we go Lee and Jeffries too? I already had him in outfield, so we go infield. Maybe he played first base for them. We go there at that. I guess that would be your switch.
Yeah, I guess. There it is.
Lee and Riel. There it is. So that's your one with the Cardinals. $93. All right, let me test my A's knowledge real quick with the. Let me test.
Probably know the A's better.
Let me see if I get this. We still got it.
The Cardinals were horrible in '93.
Let's get Eckersley in the relief pitcher.
I don't know if he was with them in '93. All right, Mike Bordick.
Bobby Witt Sr.
Mike
Henderson.
Bordick. Ron Darling. I know he was a starting pitcher. Dave Henderson out for Storm Davis. We go relief pitcher. Bobby Witt Sr. He's a pitcher. 27 wins. He won the Cy Young one times with that. Kelly Downs. He was a relief pitcher. We know Ricky Henderson was not there with it. So Mike Bordick, Darling Sr. Sierra. He did not play out. He did not play infield. So we'll go there. I'm gonna say I feel confident with that. Let's see if I can get it right. Boom, baby, boom. 1993. Logan, is there a team you want to try?
You were what, 10 then?
No, I this is my dark era, so I'm looking at this article trying to figure out how much money the Players Association gets right now. So sorry.
No, you're good with it.
Studying glasses.
So we got 1993. Appreciate Mr. Walkoff with the
1980s
as well.
dad glasses over there.
So 93 would have been prime with me. We got that was right in the era. We had that locked and loaded over there at that. Josh, we were talking about when we got on last week, kind of leading up to the season previews. It's a grind, right? You have the season end in October. We're all the way here at this point here, so we've kind of had a little bit of a long journey to this part of it. Before I get to MLB trivia, anything else from the season that you kind of want to touch on that maybe catches your attention or anything like that? That I don't know that you had some division stuff. The Padres, you have the most confidence in them, and I guess it feels like in terms of a wild card team, like making a push.
Yeah, like they were like the team that nobody really thinks they're. If you gave me 3 wild card teams to pick, they'd probably be my number 1 wild card team.
And so it's funny that we all picked ones in the NL in the sense of you picked the Padres, I picked the Giants, and Tyler picked the Diamondbacks. In that sense of like we all kind of see one of those 4 teams, one of those 3 teams kind of like jumping out a little bit in that regard. Appreciate walk off there with Eric and all that stuff with it. All right, McGurk, if you're listening, this is the time for it. It's MLB trivia time. Unless Mr. Stone, you have one fact here real quick?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I read something and
what's your shirt say? Cardinals what?
It's the Cardinals. It's Abbey Road, but it's St. Louis Cardinals. So it's Brock.
Gotcha.
I think that's Gibson. Yeah, Musial, and I think Ozzy's in there somewhere. So
All right.
being useless, striking out.
That's it.
Don't worry, we'll have that argument one day.
Opening
you know
day.
What? If Ozzy, if for some odd reason you're listening to this,
I'm sorry.
I apologize for his ignorance.
I can't hear you. It's trivia time.
Josh, I always tell you one of the favorite Ozzie Smith moments is that my cousin graduated from Cal Poly. Ozzie Smith went to Cal Poly and he spoke at the graduation. Random fact: he was the guy that gave the speech in the grad. The one time I went, he was there giving the speech with it. MLB trivia. I'm
not getting it tonight. We know that already.
Well, you might hit number 1. I played for 17 years, from 1989 to 2005. Finishing my last two seasons with the Royals and Indians. I finished my career with 26 stolen bases, 1,404 RBIs, and winning a home run derby. Logan Stone, you want to take a shot at this one?
Oh, who's that guy? I always get him and Larkin mixed up.
The other Reds guy?
No.
Oh.
You want to take a shot at it? Do you hit number 2?
This is like when I'm okay. I'm just gonna say Larkin. I know it's wrong, but
it's not Barry Larkin. It's not Barry Larkin. He's not there. I think he played his whole career with the Reds. Barry Larkin. Hit number 2.
If it's a center fielder, I'm gonna.
I had 434 home runs, and I won 2 MVPs. I was a 3-time All-Star in 92, 98, and 2002. Kind of stretched out. I led the MLB in doubles in 1998 with 50.
Oh, this is that guy.
Gary Sheffield. No.
That's a good guess. It's a good guess, though. That's not,
stats-wise, it's a good guess, but not
that's a great guess.
75 short because he got 5'10". Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Darryl Strawberry.
Not Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry. That's a good guess as well. Strawberry played a little before 89.
That's what I thought.
He won the World Series at 86, but still a good guess there. So, again, hit number 1.
Oh, my gosh. What is his name?
Are you out there with it? Led the league in doubles. Do we want to hit number 3?
I have his face in my head, and I can't.
Moises Alou.
No, it's a good guess. I don't think he had that many home runs, but it's a good guess.
I don't think he did either. I'm just throwing out guys that are from that era.
I was a 6-time Silver Slug Award winner. I also finished top 5 in MVP voting 5 different times, playing left field and DH as a right-handed.
It's this guy. I know it, and I can't think of his flipping name.
He also led I'll give you a bonus hint. I also led the AL in RBIs in 1998 with 157.
Jim Thome.
No,
100.
Not Frank Thomas.
He almost had 100 RBIs at the break. I think he might have. That's how good this guy was.
Vladimir, no.
He also, if I give you another hint, you'll probably get it, but he also played for the Tigers. He was signed as a free agent to play at Comerica Park. Park was too big for him, and he decided, we're going to go somewhere else. So,
no, it's not. See,
if I give you the if I give you the team he mainly played for, I would think you get it. So I'm trying to hold out on that one.
Ridiculous.
No, I have his face stuck in my head. I just cannot come up with the name.
He's known. Logan will help you out. He's known for playing with the Rangers more than any other team. Is that the guy you were thinking of? He was known for playing with the Rangers.
Rafael Palmeiro.
Nope. He batted right-handed and played outfield.
Not Seiko.
I forgot that part.
Definitely not Jose. I've used him before. Yeah.
I was gonna say, no, I can't figure it out. I haven't.
His nickname was Juan Gon. Mr. Juan Gonzalez.
Oh my gosh!
Man! I gotta see if McGirt gets this one. He's gotta be able to go. Was that who you were thinking of, or no?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the hit? Was it the home run derby, or what was it?
It was 89 because for some reason I get him and Larkin mixed up, and I know that
They're
they
not even
look
close.
nothing. I know, and I don't know why, but
like I can't believe it.
And I'm like, and I can actually picture him like jumping up and stealing a home run ball from someone with the Rangers.
He was a great hitter, a great hitter for the Rangers during those times as well. Mr. Juan Gonzalez is our answer as well for this one. Logan Stone 2 weeks in a row.
That hurts so much that I see his face before I can't even think of his name.
Let's go. I'm going to do let's go, baby. Let's do it my third year Raider Sundays. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We got him on that one. So we'll see if I can get Logan on opening week as well. Gentlemen, that's fun. I always enjoy the little trivia there with it. All right, flashback. We'll get at it.
What a ride. The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
Well, ain't going to be 2025, folks. Here we go. This is why I like baseball.
That's right where we want them. Is everyone to think that the Cardinals aren't going to win in 2025?
Let's have a little fun. Let's get a little brawl action going here. Back.
Heck yeah, I love it.
Let's get some good stuff going. Let's get some Dodgers.
D-backs, Dodgers. All right.
Dodgers.
Oh
D-back.
my gosh.
There we go. That's a good one right here.
I love this one.
And he is hit.
Yes.
And I think Kennedy's thrown out of the game. Wow. Holy mackerel. That Uribe is mixing it up a little bit.
I actually have a story about
He's in the middle. That's Belisario went down on one knee.
It's a good one too.
Oh, that's a great. Puig was always involved in this.
Yeah, he was always.
I love McGuire.
And then McGuire grabbing Gibson.
Matt
Williams.
Yeah.
Mark McGuire. Don Baylor is right.
Like I'm gonna snap
gonna
a couple of people's necks here.
There's about a little more ready to erupt.
I thought he and Kirk Gibson got into it.
Oh, they did.
Hollering at anybody who'll listen, even those who won't.
They definitely.
Which was always cool to me.
Puig was always involved in these things. I always enjoyed that one. I always enjoyed those.
Was that the first hit or the second hit? Actually, no, that was the second because Greinke hit the Parra, right?
Yep.
In the first one. So
I thought it was immediate ejection.
So that was like the first time. So for some reason that night I was watching. This was like 13, 14 maybe, and for some reason I was watching that game. It was on MLB Network. I was just watching the game, and the first fight the first kind of scuffle happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna get good at. And I'm just knowing the other team, I was like, there's no way that they're gonna let. And I was looking at the box score, and I was like, oh, Zach Greinke's coming up, and I was like, this is. So I'm screaming while the fight's happening, and my mom walks in. She's like, why are you screaming? I go, oh, it's this. And she made me sit her down for 20 minutes and explain why they were fighting. And it was so hard for me to explain because I'm like, this is just baseball. Of course they're fighting. And so, anyways, it's such a great moment.
Yeah, that's a good one. And that's not even half the clip. There's a lot more action in that one.
There's a lot of drama on that one.
There's a lot of drama. I just remember the McGuire Gibson, like thinking 89 World Series, or 88 World Series and all that with that. Like, and then Matt Williams, they played the next year. McGuire beat Matt Williams in the World Series 89. Like, it's funny. You kind of look at these old coaches with it. And then tomorrow, I know we talked lockout a little bit with that stuff, but tomorrow the season begins, and I'm excited about that, and I'm just going to focus on that. Edwards, enjoy your time at the Cardinals game. It's always fun getting out to the ballpark and enjoying the games. Like I said, when you start out, whether we believe it or not, right, you're 0-0. Like, that's literally how it starts, and that's why opening day is fun and all the festivities that come with it. And all the overhype that comes with the first week, right, Logan? So you get all that too. That happens.
It's a shame that you're going to opening day because that means that the Cardinals are going to lose.
Oh.
Actually, I've never been to a game at Busch when they've lost.
Oh wow!
Oh, so
undefeated, putting the record on the line.
I think they've been like 2-12 in the last 14 years on opening day. So
yeah. Well, Sonny's pitching. We're supposed to have bad weather, and
win in 6 innings. Win in 6 innings. Rain delay.
Listen,
Okay.
When in doubt, streak the field.
Streak the field. I like it. That's good advice. That's good advice.
I'm going with guys from work.
Go.
Oh, even better.
Hey,
even
listen,
better.
Hey.
Enjoy that. Enjoy that, Edwards. You'll have the game.
Go hug Ollie Marmol.
Yeah, go give him a little love for me with it. Logan, I appreciate you kind of jumping on and through the off season here. I really hope that you can join us through the season as well a little bit. I always enjoy your takes with baseball. We know me and Josh know the show's always better when you're on. So always appreciate you taking the time to do it. The draft was fun. I'm gonna get that online tomorrow. So that was I like your idea with that too. So that was good once you threw that out instead of doing all the categories. That was well done there with it, sir. So appreciate your baseball knowledge with it. And glad I got 2 weeks in a row. You got to at least come back next week to at least see if you could break your streak. So at least on that side, you got to come back with it.
I got to end on a win, I guess.
You got to end on a win with it before we get to the off season again.
Yep.
But no, appreciate you guys. Enjoy opening day. Josh Edwards tomorrow. Logan, you enjoyed as well. Go Rangers! That's what we got with it.
Yes, sir. Go Rangers.
Go Sacramento. So we got that from Sacramento. We'll see that with it. Boys, baseball is here. We're back. 7th inning stretch is here for year. What is it? Year 4 or 5 now? Is this what we're at? We're 4 with it. You guys held down the 4 for 2 or been keeping it. Logan joined us all this time. Tyler, appreciate you taking the time. I said, come on, Juan Gonzalez. Let's go, baby. I love it. All right. We'll see you guys.
Never gotten that.
See you guys next week. Peace.
See you, buddy.